Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making potato wedges with a red chutney stuffing, and these are going to be fried, and they're fritters and they're just super delicious. So I thought let's give it a try. I have a video of this in Gujarati, so if you don't understand English and you want to watch it in Gujarati, you can go ahead and do that. Very simple ingredients here. Let me just explain to you. I've got 2 cups of chickpea flour. You can adjust to how many potatoes you're gonna have. And this is the chickpea flour that I use. It's called a basin. I don't know if it has. I guess it doesn't say, but it should be written. Oh, here in the back it says chickpea flour. And I kind of wanted to point out to you, if you are not used to this product, then this is how you're going to find it. And there are smaller bags. I just make a lot of stuff with this, so that's why I buy the bigger bag. Now, chickpea flour is gluten-free, so just keep that in mind that this would be gluten-free. So we're going to make the batter for this a little later. We're going to be using water and some of the stuff. And the potatoes I've already boiled. And what you want to do is when you start cutting your potatoes, you're going to have to slice them. And the way I do it is, I'm going to count. That's going to be 1, because that's going to make 1 sandwich. This is going to be 2 sandwiches, and then I have 3 sandwiches right there. See? So, you need a pair of every, with every potato. And so we're going to be putting the chutney in the middle. So the potatoes are boiled. I've already peeled them, I've already cut them. Now let's just go ahead and first make our chutney, so we'll get that out of the way. For the chutney, it's going to be very, very simple. You can adjust it according to your taste. I'm not going to make it very spicy because I can't eat very spicy foods. So I'm just going to eyeball about 1.5 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. And then I'm also going to add some paprika in there. If you eat very, very spicy, then you're going to do it the other way around. You're going to add a little bit of paprika and more cayenne. So I'm just going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of paprika because I really don't want to make it too spicy. And what I'm going to do with that is going to add lemon juice in here. And you can use the fresh one if you want. And just kind of make a thick paste. Just eyeball it a little, keep on adding just a little bit at a time. Now you don't want this very runny because you want it thick so it kind of sticks in between the potatoes. And remember, we're still gonna deep fry those. So this is a little bit too thick. Okay, that should be good. It's perfect. So see how it's not too thick, but it's not too thin either. Okay, we're also going to add a little bit of salt in here. And you can also add ginger and garlic if you want. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but I feel like it today, so we're going to add some in there today. And you don't want too much, just about 1/2 teaspoon is more than enough. Just gives it a really nice homey chutney kind of taste to it. And like I said, you can leave it out or you can use the powdered stuff, but I don't think anything beats the fresh stuff. So there we go. Now what we want to do is we want to do a quick taste test. You have to make sure that the chutney is just like an amazing taste to it, because wow, it's good. Don't be surprised if I start coughing. So, see, our chutney is done. Got that out of the way. Now, let's go ahead and assemble our chickpea mixture. Now, I usually add a little bit of rice flour in here just to give it that crispiness. So if I take 2 cups of chickpea flour, I probably do about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of rice flour. I'm out of rice flour at home. I just never run out of that stuff, but I guess I'm out. I've just searched everywhere. So that's okay. It's just to add the crispiness in there. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. We'll just do it without today. And we want to make this batter really nice and tasty too, because you want to follow your taste through from the outside all the way to the inside. And I'm just going to sprinkle very, very little cayenne on it. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add some lemon juice in there, but not right now. First, let's go ahead and bind our mixture. And you want to start adding your water slowly. And you want to do it where you're adding water in the chickpea flour and not the other way around. Because if you do it the other way around, you're going to have a whole lot of lumps. And we want to make this a lump-free batter. Okay. Just add very, very slowly. And you can also use 1 cup of besan or chickpea flour if you don't have that many potatoes. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4. I have about 5 really big potatoes. So even if you have more batter, like if we have some left over, that's okay. What I'll do is I'll just add a little bit more chickpea flour in there and add some onions and some potatoes, a little bit of baking soda, and I have another whole new recipe for fritters, and I'm sure I'll make those soon too. So you want to make it really, really thick at first, because then you're going to have control over the lumps. Then you can just beat them just like that and get as much out as you can. And now this is too thick, so you now add just, oops, I think I added a bit too much. Oh geez. Okay, let's see. You want your batter to be like a pancake batter. And the reason for that is because that will help when we dip our potatoes in this mixture. It's going to coat it really well, and then it's going to fry nicely with the batter on. Now, if the mixture is too thin, what's going to happen is you're going to lose all that batter in your oil. It's just going to come off the potatoes. So this is perfect. See the consistency? It's a pouring consistency. See? So it's not thick and it's not completely runny. It's just like either a cake or a pancake batter. All right, so we got that done. Now I wanted to add the lemon juice in there, but I'm not going to because I have thinned it out a little bit too much. So I'm gonna leave it. But if you're making it at home and it's a little bit thick, go ahead and add the lemon juice in there. That way it'll give it that, it'll give it a little bit of the tangy taste in it. And you also want to go ahead and but you still want to try the batter. The chickpea flour doesn't taste so good, but you still want to try it just to make sure that your taste is, it's really important what you put on the table. So it's missing a little salt, so I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit more salt in there. And I decided, because it's just not tangy enough, we like tangy food, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the little bit of citric acid in there. And the reason is I would have added the lemon juice in there, but remember I said that I thinned out the mixture a little bit too much. So by adding the citric, this should just be perfect. Okay, I'm just stirring it to melt all that citric acid in there. All right, so that's done. So I've got my oil heating over here. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start assembling our sandwiches. So let me grab another plate, that way you can see. So I'm going to grab one of the potatoes and its partner. And then I'm going to take the chutney and I'm just going to put it in the middle just like that and then cover it up. Okay? So basically you're going to do the same thing with all your potatoes. Okay, let me just get about 4 done so that we can start frying these, and then I'm going to show you what the end product looks like and how I'm going to serve it. So now, does it make sense why I said that we need, when you cut them, you have to make sure that it has like a partner. Okay. you can cut them thick, you can cut them thin, but the only problem is when you cut them too thin, they break easily because they're boiled. So, okay, and our oil is coming to temperature. Also want to show you if one breaks, how are you going to do it? So I've got one that's not broken, and then this one here broke, so I'm just going to add it just like that. And you won't even be able to tell because the chickpea flour is going to cover it up. Now, the way you're going to test your oil is you're just going to take a little bit of your chickpea flour, and you see how that's bubbling? That's pretty good. That's where you want your oil, okay? So very carefully, we're going to dip it into the mixture, get rid of the excess, and very gently pour it on top. Okay, just like that. Let's do the one more. So I'm gonna dip it in just like that. Try and get whatever excess you can out from there, just like that. Very gently put it in. Remember, the potatoes are gonna be heavy, and if you're gonna drop it in the oil, you're gonna get burnt. So you don't be afraid of the oil. Just be careful, but go close to it so that you're not like plopping it in there. Okay? And I'm just putting because when my hand touches it, the bottom, it loses a little bit of the topping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, finish the rest of them, assembling the rest of them and frying them. When we come back, I'm going to show you how I'm going to serve this and what I'm going to be serving it with. So I wanted to show you when we started frying these, once you put them in, you want to not touch them until you see how you can see that the top is uncooked, but then you can see the bottom is really nice and golden brown. And then you just want to, now if you don't want to use your fingers, you can always use a fork. And so that way it's not going to splatter, the oil's not. So see how you just want to turn it. Just be careful. Okay. And if they're stuck together, I would just, once the other side gets done, it will come apart. It's easier with a fork, so, but I just wanted you to really see this because it's important. If you put them in and start turning them right away, you're gonna lose the top for it. So now I wanted you to see here, I got the first ones done, so they're right there. Now I'm gonna use some tamarind chutney. Now I have not shown you the video of tamarind chutney, and I apologize for that. I'm just spoiled because my mom makes it all the time and sends it to me. So, but I will make a point of doing the tamarind chutney for you that way because I don't like the ready-made one at all. Okay, so add my tamarind chutney in there. And we've got this one all done. You just want to hold it just like that so you get rid of the excess oil that's on there. You want them to sit on the paper towel just for a little bit. That way it'll soak up more oil. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that mixture of the the chickpea flour, that the mixture that we used to coat this. I've got some left over. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. Okay, you just want to put this on the side, and then I'm going to lower the temperature here so my oil stays warm but doesn't heat up too much. Just because I want to show you how I'm going to serve it. And then we're going to cut one open, and I'm going to show you what that looks like inside. Just turn it off. Okay. This is really, really hot. Remember, this just came out of the oven. So this is what they're going to look like. And take a little bit, I'm just gonna take a very little piece because it is still spicy for me. Put that over here so when I'm serving it, you know, people know what's inside of it. Now you could do green chutney too, but I can never get it that thick. So I'm gonna do the taste test for you. I'm going to start coughing because I can feel that tickle in my throat. And it's I warned you. So the flavors are amazing. It's got the little bit of the lemon, so it's a little tart. It's got enough salt, and then that spice just hits you on the back of your throat. And it's absolutely tasty. This is one thing that my husband absolutely loves. So we're having fried chicken today. So without, you know, making like French fries. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video.